Hi everyone, it's me Carbundance. Welcome back to the 365 days from eating disorder to recovery. In today's video I'm also going to talk a little bit about things that are being talked about a lot in like the very high carb, kind of really the banana girl community, or also during rather. Let's see what I have to say about that. Okay, so 1 year ago I was having for breakfast this big bowl. It's like a salad bowl, like decoration bowl, very big, watermelon and grapes. Like that is easily far more than 1 liter of food, like 1.5 or 2 liters of food and fruit. This was the next meal. Plums, I guess they were actually defrosted, or maybe still from autumn, I'm not quite sure now. And then also apples and dates. You guys know I love dates, especially medjool dates. Like I have them on the regular. And so the thing is, this was the time when I was really getting into the Dr. Moore's kind of thing, and he's very much into fruit because of all of the detoxing and, you know, just as raw as possible. And he has like all of these videos about what if you have this condition or that condition. And I was basically, my mindset was, well, I don't have any choice but eating these kinds of foods, because everything else or anything else would give me this and that disease and would actually toxify my system. And it's just this black and white thinking that, you know, I get it. I'm a proponent of being like, yeah, well, maybe what's natural for us, what we have done for decades and thousands, like forever on Earth, might be good for us. Yes, but that doesn't mean that other things are automatically, you know, things that do not grow on a tree and are processed and all of that stuff, or even have animal products. You know, we have eaten animal products also while we were on the Earth, and it's like, yeah, it's just not as black and white. And so also this kind of meal, like with a lot of, there were stinging nettles in there, and you can easily, like, they are great, but I kind of also got a high from eating them, because I was like, wow, this is like a wild herb, and this is just like wildly healthy for me. And you know, this is very vegetable based as well, and here that like the flax seeds in the dip as well. Just I was eating for nutrients and eating for fuel, and that was it. And that's the problem. Like I was eating from a place of fear. Nothing wrong with the foods per se, but everything wrong with my mindset at that time, and that's a big problem. We're going to go into the things that, like some things that I ate on that day, like the things that I think that help you. I also eat, like, I eat everything now, anything that I want. So this post of Gains with Serena, I share her content because I just genuinely think she thinks a lot of the same things as me. So follow her. Stop saving that food for later if you want it now. Biscuits are an example of a food I only ever associated with being a late afternoon or night snack. To having one before then, so having one before then would have freaked me out. In my binging days, they were also a binge/purge trigger. Yeah, I mean, so it's unconditional permission. She says, doesn't need to be saved for a time and occasion, replaced with something good. Food isn't good or bad, unconditional permission. Exactly, that's exactly how I treated it in my real recovery to get to where I am now. I was actually meeting with my mom and my sister yesterday, and it's just like the freedom I have now in my life to just completely be present is just phenomenal. It's something that I have not had all of my life long. This was something I ate 1 week ago. This kind of berry magnum thing. Also some of this chocolate. I think it was half of it. It doesn't even matter, you know, but I'm just showing you what I ate. So this white crisp chocolate. Okay, so Healthy Emily. Slim on starch. What does slim on starch actually mean? A mini training with Healthy Emily. Let's see what she has to say. Starch refers to the following foods: potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, like all kinds, always, oatmeal, quinoa, farro, ancient grains. And so she's going on about everything that was like ancient and what's natural. When executed properly, these foods are the cornerstone of a health-promoting slimming diet. How to pair them? With vegetables, with herbs and spices. So it's just like, it seems so natural and great, but it's very regulated and regimented. How not to pair them? Oils, animal product, cheese, butter, meat, dairy. It's just very black and white, and the thinking is what I think feeds a lot of eating disorders. Nothing wrong about the foods, just saying. This was also, I just snacked some of this kind of muesli just with a hand. This is a screenshot from Freely's video. This footage is of me, like Freely, in 2009. It took 3 years for my body weight to stabilize off fruit-based after years of doing what Hannah, high carb Hannah, is doing, under eating. And so I just want to point out, I personally do not think that it's because she ate all of the fruit that she was stabilizing. I think no matter what you eat, this is going to happen. And this is what happened to me. I actually did not recover on fruit or recover on strength training or recover on this type of diet and this type of eating. Personally, for me, that would have just kept my eating disorder alive, because I still lived according to specific rules, and I would not have gotten to this total, complete, utter mental freedom that I enjoy now. Just saying. And so Freely the Banana Girl says that that high carb Hannah is creating ED, so eating disorder. So it always depends on what soil the seed falls on, right? Like I just have a problem with freely accusing someone to create eating disorder, because I think also her content can create eating disorder. I mean, I do not blame her specifically. I don't think she's meaning any harm in giving. I think she's personally really convinced that she recovered on this, and she calls this recovered, and she genuinely thinks she has recovered from the eating disorder. And this is not me judging about if that is true or not, if that has really happened for her. What I want to say here is that her advice, my eating disorder came and took her advice, and it took it as food. Like, it actually fed my eating disorder and did not help me recover. And I was not aware of that while I was doing that. I was completely convinced this was going to help me recover fully once and for all. It didn't happen all of these 8 years of me being vegan and high carb, and the first 2 to 3 years were actually like freely recommends and like doing it and stuff. And it's like, I'm not here to criticize or judge this by any means. I just want to say things that are rarely talked about. You have to see both sides. I'm not like, it's just, there are, Freely might have other rules in her way of eating. She might promote calorie abundance, and she does. She does not promote food, like type of food abundance. That is something that can actually keep and prevent people from being able to recover. Just want to point that out, because it is not talked about enough, I think. Okay, so hashtag just saying. I hope you found this video helpful, and I do my best in keeping it as respectful as possible. And yes, thumbs up if you like these types of videos, and I see you tomorrow. Bye.